What's going on, people, and welcome back to another episode. My name is Josh, and today we're going to be talking drill. I know how much you guys like to see drill tutorials, so that's what I'm going to do today on this fine Wednesday morning. So if somehow you haven't heard the new Unknown T song, he is back. He dropped a tune called Squeeze and Bust, and bro, Unknown T just never misses, man. Top bins every single time. He's like Ricky Lambert at the penalty spot. I know you man don't know about them ballers there, but he hits the target, you know what I'm saying? And what I like most about this track is the mix. As someone who's a mix engineer, man, the mix on that tune is crazy. So today I'm going to show you how to get something similar to the Unknown T Squeeze and Bust tune, using mainly Waves plugins, a few other ones, but the ones that aren't Waves plugins aren't essential, and hopefully you can translate these techniques to any plugin anyway, any DAW or whatever. So let's give this track a listen. The track is called Arcanine, it's by SP, and yeah, let's do this.
Call yourself a fucking gangster. Yo. Shoot out, right? It's a fucking shootout.
Right bars, man, pass the time. Count on me for the heat. You know man's Arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest times, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice. It's Scotto. Bud come spend like Topo. Still trying to see that lotto. Won't stop and you know that's motto. Won't stop and you know that's basic. Ain't got time for a basic. How can she do that one? How can she be so basic? Scotty Pippin only got her.
Right, so kind of what I took from that Squeeze and Bust tune. In fact, I'm going to turn the vocals up a little bit. I think they could go up a little bit. So let's just put that on like 1.9 for now. What I like most about the Squeeze and Bust mix is just how kind of clean the vocals are, how in your face they are. Unknown T's obviously got a very bass heavy voice. So mixing his vocals must be... It must be not a challenge, but he's got like a lot to work with, and that sounds mad. So I'm gonna have to drop a pause at the end of that one still. But yeah, Unknown's T voice, you know, mixing wise, it's got a lot to work with. So we tried to just keep that bass. SP's got quite a low delivery as well, so we wanted to keep that bass in the vocals. Yeah, we tried to keep the vocals clean, not too much effects and stuff like that. And here is my vocal chain here. So first thing in my chain is a Pro Q2. We're just doing some reductive EQing, so we're getting rid of that kind of boxy sound. And even though we want to keep the bass in the vocals, we don't want it to sound muddy or muffled. So I've done a cut here at 278, another one at 530. Any 1K to 1 to 5K, that's where you get those harsh frequencies or just horrible, nasty kind of sounds, clicks and stuff like that. So we done a little cut there. We have the VMR here, and I'm using the FG116, the blackface. Crazy name for a compressor, I know. But this is available in Waves as well. UAD, nearly every software developer has one of these plugins, and let's see what that's doing. And it's quite it puts a lot of bass. It's very good for low end, you know, bass and kind of rap vocals. Is very, very good for. So we use that because we, like I said, we're trying to get that deepness in his voice out.
Count on me for the heat. You know man's Arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest times, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice. It's Scotto. Bud come spend like Topo. Still trying to see that.
So we're just getting that. I think we're doing about -5, -4, -5. Now this is a very intense compressor. So if you really, really push it like I normally do with compressors, you might see me do -10 or something like that. But this particular compressor it will fuck your vocal up if you push it too hard. Trust me. We got a de-esser on there from Waves.
Count on me for the heat. You know man's Arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest times.
And right, I just realized I got a whole another. This is what all my vocals are going to. So let's bypass those as well. So yeah, we're doing 4K to 5K, well, 4760. and that's kind of the clicks and the C's, and also obviously the S's and the T's. You can see it catching them.
Count on me for the heat, you know man's arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest time.
We've got a C6, and we're just trying to get rid of some of the mud, some of the boxy frequencies, but also, as you can see here, we're doing the high frequencies as well, 4K to 16K.
Count on me for the heat, you know man's arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest time, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice.
So I wanted to but I wanted to really control the high end, because that unknown T vocal is all about the mid, low mid, and the bass frequencies in his voice. So I'm trying to control everything high and keep that to the minimum, which kind of, I don't know, on vocals, you tend to see, especially in like R&B, pop, all these YouTube videos, you see them boosting high frequencies all the time because they want their vocals to shine. In drill, we want our vocal to be kind of gritty. We want it to be, you know, a little bit more in your face. We don't want it to be shiny. That's them man there, you get me? We're doing shit from the ends here. So we want it to be a little bit grimy, a little bit gritty, a little bit dark sounding. We've got the Tube Tech compressor, which is, if you've never used the Tube Tech compressor, then man, you really need to jump on it, because it is great on rap vocals. It's great on drill because it's just so it just gives you so much bottom end. So what we doing on here?
Count on me for the heat, you know man's arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest time, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice. It's Scotto. Bud comes stand like Topo, still trying to see that lotto. Won't stop, and you know that's motto.
So we're doing like -3 to -5 again on the Tube Tech. Kind of a bit of a slow attack. We're not trying to get trying to let the transients through, basically. We're not trying to do peak control or anything like that. We're just trying to give it some body. We got another EQ, and you guessed it, with controlling the highs again. As soon as you add more compressors, it's going to bring those highs back up a little bit, and we want to control them back down. So we're cutting at 80, just under 9K, which is, you get a lot of kind of digital harshness at around those frequencies anyway. And I even put a soothe out there, which you don't have to. The soothe, I know, is a plugin that not a lot of people have. You don't need to for the sound we're trying to get. It's not adding anything in terms of the body to the vocals. But this particular vocal, I think, needed it. But I'll leave it off if you want, just to prove that you don't need it. Because I know some of you are like, oh, for fuck's sake, why is he loading up soothe, man? Man ain't got that, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. So there's a reverb on there. You can hear the reverb when the backing track is muted, obviously. But when it's in there, you can't really hear the reverb. And that's kind of the sound I was going for, because we want to have, basically, reverb pushes stuff back in the mix. It makes it sound like it's far away. So the more reverb you add, the further back in the mix that track is going. So we wanted to keep that reverb to a minimum. But I also found that when the hook came in, where is our reverb level? When the hook came in and the beat gets a little bit more busy, the vocal is getting lost in the hook. So I did a little bit of automation just to bring up that reverb in the hook, so it didn't get lost too much, because this is quite a dry vocal. Do you know what I'm saying? But even though we wanted our main vocal to be a little bit dry, we want our ad-libs to have all the effects on them. So although we're doing minimum with the effects on the main verse, adding delays and reverb, a lot of delay and reverb to your ad-libs and your stabs, believe it or not, will push your main vocal forward. So if you take a listen, let's play it from here.
Arcanine, pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest time, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice. It's Scotto.
So those ad-libs being so reverbed and so echoey just pushes that main vocal forward a little bit. And in comparison, if you're not really listening out for that kind of thing, if you're just like a normal listener, the comparison between the ad-libs and the dry main vocal just makes it sound even more in your face. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got no stabs on this track. Neither did Unknown T on his Screws and Bus tune, because again, we just want to keep it clean. Like I said, we've got a subtle delay. So again, in the verse, we got a little bit of delay, very subtle, but then when the hook comes in and the beat gets kind of busy, we bring that delay up. And in fact, let me play the verse, the hook for you.
You know them out work play local. Maradona, her back just bounce like boom. So I put handy on her. Maradona.
In fact, I need to put these. So this is my all vocal bus. As you can see, it's called all vox. And I've just got a few things on here. And I've just realized the vocal just gets lost without these things. So we have a virtual tape machine. You can get these in waves as well, but I just slap it on. I don't really do too much. I just slap it on. I want the needle to be around between 3 and 0. And that just gives the vocal even more body. I've got another de-esser on there, this time doing higher frequencies. You know, before we done 4K, this one's doing 6K. We've got an SSL bus compressor. Because of all of our backing vocals are going through this this bus as well, it's kind of gluing them together. And I think I'm doing quite a low compression if I remember rightly.
You know them out work play local. Maradona, her back just bounce like boom. So I put handy on her.
And VMR, what we're doing on VMR? So on VMR, we're doing a little bit of EQing. So because we cut quite a bit of the low ends in our EQ, not quite a bit, but we did a little bit of gain, a little bit of reduction in the low ends. I wanted to make sure I wasn't losing any of those frequencies I was trying to achieve, the sound I was trying to achieve. So we've done a little boost at 100 hertz, and also we're using this Revival plugin, and there's a thickness knob, and you just turn that up. I turned it up to 15.2. Let's hear what we got now with that as well.
Buzzman past the time. Count on me for the heat. You know man's Arcanine. Pen one, she arch it right. Been through the hardest times, and I still weren't asking guys, so don't try beg for two. I beg, don't ask me twice. It's Scotto. Bud comes then like Topo. Still trying to see that lotto.
So that just everything that's on this all vocal bus is just what's giving it its body back. So we cleaned it up on our main track, and then all of this stuff here is just giving it some body, putting body back in there, making sure that vocal is in your face. Okay, so finally we have like a little breakdown in the track in the second verse. It's kind of like a bridge, I guess. And let's hear what it's doing.
See a man with green, you know man's over so take time and that. I thought you do grime and rap, and then you just jumped on drill. Like how you got rhymes like that. Take time and that. I thought you did grime and rap, and then you just jumped on drill.
So as you can hear, the vocals are getting very delayed in that particular part. And I don't know if you noticed, but the delays are also filtering out. So if you look here, we did some automation on our high pass filter, and we're just filtering out the delays. This is our delay track. So anytime you heard like a little delay in the track, it's just where I've copied down that word and put it on our delay track, which has a delay here on 100%. And also I should show you the reverb as well, but we'll show you that in a sec. And yeah, we're just filtering out that delay, so it kind of filters. We could add one to the vocal as well. Should we see how that sounds just while we're here? Let's have a listen. So how you do that in Pro Tools is you add a filter, Air Vintage filter. You want to keep the cutoff all the way up, and you click here, click cutoff, add, and that's going to allow us to add the cutoff knob to our list of automation in this little box here. So as you see, it appears here now, Air Vintage filter cutoff. You get a line, and what we can do is just, oh shit, we don't want to do that at all. What we can do is just bam, bam, and then, so let's see how that sounds.
So, and you still see a man with green, you know man's over so take time and that. I thought you do grime and rap, and then you just jumped on drill. Like how you got rhymes like that. Take time and that. I thought you did grime and rap, and then you just jumped on drill. Like how you got rhymes like that. Scotty Pippen, only got hotties with him.
Simple as that. I wanted to get these ad-libs out the way because right now they're right down the middle. As you can see, this is our pan automation. They're going right down the middle, and we don't want them to clash with our main vocals. So what I'm gonna do quickly, and I'll just do it in the second verse, just because I don't want to make this too long and too tedious. We're just gonna pan our ad-libs left and right to, like, I usually do 40.
Man, I got hard kicks like Ronda. Bro trap seat in a Honda. She won't get turned like Tim, but she moved too odd like Wanda. And the zoo gets spun like Dronza. Won't give no twos to a plonker. For the man been moving licked. For the man been drinking Foster. Man just spill it. Run that beat and kill it. You might see a man with Mitchell. You might see a man with Philip. And you might see a man with Braun.
All right, so just quickly, I just did it there quickly. We're just panning our vocals left and right. I like to do it manually just because it's a little bit more, you can be a little bit more spot on than with an auto panner, but you can use an auto panner if you like. So yeah, just 40 left and right, and that just kind of moves the ad-libs out of the way of the main vocal. Because obviously that's what I've been stressing for this whole video, is just we want to make as much space for that main vocal to just stand out in people's faces. So yeah, let's run that back and have a listen.
Man, I got hard kicks like Ronda. Bro trap seat in a Honda. She won't get turned like Tim, but she moved too odd like Wanda. And the zoo gets spun like Dronza. Won't give no twos to a plonker. For the man been moving licked. For the man been drinking Foster. Man just spill it. Run that beat and kill it. You might see a man with Mitchell. You might see a man with Philip. And you might see a man with Braun. I'm smoking.
I guess I should probably show you what's on the ad-libs as well. We got Pro Q2. Just doing the standard kind of, it's like a phone it's like the phone preset, but I've left the highs in, so I've just cut the lows out and kept those high mids kind of sharp. Is there saturation on there? Yeah, we've got a bit of saturation, a lot of compression as always. See what that's doing.
Man, I got hard kicks like Ronda. Bro trap seat in a hot.
That is not. Here it is.
Man, I got hard kicks like Ronda. Bro trap seat in a Honda. She won't get turned like Tim, but she moved too odd like Wanda. And the zoo gets spun like Dronza. Won't give no twos to a plonker. For the man.
But yeah, that saturation is quite important, just to give those ad-libs that texture. And a delay on there, of course, you can probably hear that. And yeah, that's the ad-libs. So just to go over what we've done today. This was inspired by Unknown T's Squeeze and Bus. The vocals are very clean, they're very in your face, there's a lot of body to them, and I just wanted to replicate that. And the way I did that is by first cleaning up the vocal using an EQ, and then we're using compression. I'm using the FG116. This compressor is great for low end, it's great for kick drums, it's great for basses, great compressor. I would use this or the Distressor or something like this. You can find these compressors in nearly any software developer, or plugin developer, should I say. DSR, we're making sure we control those high ends because we don't want our vocal to be shiny. This is drill, this isn't Britney Spears pop, you get me? We want it to be quite, not dull, but like, you know what I'm saying? We want to control those high ends. We want it to be gritty. The Tube Tech, which is fantastic for low end. Again, it's like the FG116. It's based off a tube compressor. That's why it's called Tube Tech, I guess. A tape machine is it's quite important. It's quite important part of this mix. We're doing a bus compressor, and also we're EQing after we've done all of the reductive stuff over here. We're just adding back some of the 100 hertz, not a massive amount. And we're using this revival to add thickness. And that's basically it. The reverb, which I didn't get to, is got a high pre-delay. Now, if you've watched my previous video, what I did on how to get a clean rap vocal, pre-delay is quite important because of you want the pre-delay to be slow or long. So you're letting the vocal go through dry and everyone's hearing it, and then the reverb is just coming in after. So the vocal's popping out in the mix and it's sounding clean, but the reverb is there to give it kind of a little bit of space. We're EQing it a little bit. We're EQing out the low end so it doesn't clash with all of that body in the vocal now. So we're EQing that out at around 200 hertz. We got a delay on there. Okay, that's not, I don't know what that's about, but that's the wrong delay. Our delay is this one here, and it's the repeater. It's got a spread on it to give the track width, to give the vocal width. Speaking of vocal width, we've got a little bit of width on the send. This part isn't super important, but we're just we've got it on a send and we're just adding it a little bit. We're automating the delay and the reverb during the hooks just to bring them back out, because they were getting lost in the hook a little bit in the instrumental, because the instrumental gets kind of crazy. I keep pulling up the wrong delay, reverb. So yeah, adding the reverb as well. We're adding that during the hook, as you can see. And that is basically it. This is my tutorial on how to get like a in-your-face, clean, bottom-heavy drill vocal. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave me a like if you did enjoy it. Drop me a comment what you want to see next. Share it with your nan. Share this video with your neighbor, your doctor, whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.